Hello guys, welcome back to a new tutorial. Today I'm going to make a tutorial how to make your VR chat avatar, shader customization and shader animations and I don't know, basically almost everything. Okay, well, yeah, let's start and let's start with just first import your stuff. So you want to import your VR chat SDK, which you can find at the VR chat home. This will take a little time. I'll also link everything in my Discord, and I'll also put things I used in this video right there. So join my Discord in the description. So I'm gonna be using VRChat SDK 2 because it is better for making gestures. That's basically my opinion, but most people use that for making some animations. So what you can do next, you can drag in the model you're gonna be using. I'm just gonna make a simple avatar. I think I'm just gonna be using the official VRChat tall gray avatar. It's the robot you always wear when you just join the game. What you can do next is drag in shader scripts or prefab shaders if you want to, pre-made shader. I'll be using the shader pack part 1, which is also in the Discord, so join the So once you drag in that, you can also drag in some stuff to edit your avatar. Like if you want to put on a weapon on the back of your avatar, you can just drag in um, weapons or something into the assets. If you don't have some stuff, go to VRC mods or go to the Discord, because yeah, there's stuff in there. So go to the okay. So now we're basically done with importing, but most of the time when you import the shader pack, it might also be when you import other stuff, you might get this, and fixing it will be you don't want to do that. So what you do, this is gonna sound extremely stupid, you're gonna close your Unity. You close it without saving, and then you open your Unity project again, and then when you go to the console, it magically all disappeared with just one warning, which isn't really that bad. So you could just upload it. If you don't do this, you cannot most of the time upload it or something, or press play mode, which we need when we're gonna make some animations. So once you've done that, you can drag in your avatar you want to customize. So you go to the place where it is. Mine is in here, and then you go to, for me it's assets, and then here it is. You can drag it into here if you want to, but I like dragging it into here so it already is at position 000. If it isn't at 000, just click on the inspector and just click. You see here, you see the transform, you see position, you put them all on 000. Okay, so once you've done that, you can kind of want to, and you want to edit your avatar, because now it is just a default avatar. If you upload like this, it's not really how you really want it. So you want to customize it with some shaders. So you right click in the assets box, you go to create, and you go to material, and you create a material and you name it like I don't know, body VR chat. Very long, but yeah. If you dragged in the shader pack I have in the Discord, you can click here on the right top and inspect. You see shader standard. You click on it, and you get all these all you get all these shaders. Well, I go to custom when you have the shader pack, and you go to avatar shaders. I like using the Pyomi shader. Go to tune and cutout. You'll have a lot of these settings you can use to customize your avatar better. So what I like to do at avatars is open the main and put the main color on black, you can already now drag it onto parts of the avatar if you want. I'm just gonna first do it on here to see a little how it's gonna look like. Once you've done that, you can go to outline. I like using outline. You can put it like on, it depends. For some avatars you need to put it on 2 or 1, but for this one I need to do something higher. I'll just try doing 50. What you do then is, if you like the color, I don't really, you can change the color right here if you want to red, anything you want. I'm just gonna put it on, leave it on white for now. What you can do then, if you want an emission to like give it blinking or something, you can click on emission right here. You see the color. You can change the color of the emission. So I want it to be white. Let's just see what happens with white. But you can do then. You need to drag these. You can drag the strength up. It'll mix colors, kind of like that. If you put the strength all the way up, it's way too wide. But if you wanted to like blink, you can drag this one all the way to 20, the maximum. You go to scrolling animation, you enable it. Then you will see, you will not see it animated yet. So what you do, you go on the right down here. You see the prefab of the material. You see this little play button. You press on it, and then the material. This is how it would look like in game if you wear it. So you can now change the white of it. The how higher you do the white, the how smaller it actually is for some reason. I'm just gonna keep it on this. If you do the velocity, how slower is how how slow it goes down. You can also change the intervals, how fast they generate. So if you put it on 10, they will generate more. If you put it on like 2, it goes like this. So I'll just do it on 20 for now. If you want it to be like a blink, not that it scrolls, but that like it blinks, you change the Y direction, you change it to 0, and it will, do this. If that isn't good for you, you can also change the velocity like 10. It'll blink faster, and you can change the width to like 20, so it isn't that long. I like keeping it on a scrolling emission, so I'm gonna do that. You can also change the direction of the scrolling emission. The X will change the side, which side it goes. You can put it like on 10, does like this. You can also put you change the Z. It like it makes it so you can. This looks like it's coming out of the back and it goes to the front. I don't really like it, but yeah. This one. Basically doesn't really do anything for me. I don't know if I'm stupid now, but I don't really use it. So if you've done that, you can also drag it on here if you want the same to be, but if you don't, you want it only to be on these parts, you can click here, and then you can click on the material. You hit Control plus D, and it will duplicate the material you made. So now you can drag this one, the duplicate one. It should have a little one after it like this. You can rename it to like I don't know, chest. Let's just rename this one to chest and rename this one to legs because it's most on the legs. You can drag this one onto like the chest or something. It'll still be the same, but now if you change like let's change the outline color, it'll only change the ones you have dragged on the specific part. So I want this one to be red, and I want this one to be like let's see, I want this one to be yellow. You can do it. It doesn't really look that good. If you want the ammunition color to be different, which you can do, or the ammunition speed, you can also do that. You just click on, like, if you want chest to be faster, you can change the direction. If you want the direction to be down again, you can do that too. It will look kind of something like this if you press on the play button. You can also change the speed or something. The white, will make it wider. If you put it on 200, it's like a little stripe. You can also put the velocity very fast. It doesn't really look good, but I'm gonna just keep it like this because it's a tutorial. I'm not really gonna upload this or something, maybe. But yeah, once you've done that, you think your avatar is good, how you want it to be. You can a little bit mess around, but eventually you'll get how you want it. Once you have that, you can uh you want a weapon on it or something. Like you can take the weapon you put into your assets, you go to it, and you can open the avatar on the left top. You go to armature, hips, and if you want it to be like on the back, I put it on the spine. Some people put it on the chest, but I like doing it on the spine. It'll appear right here. This one has a pink shade, pink color. That means the shader it has is not good or isn't valid. Something. You can change the position to 0, 0, 0, and it'll appear right here for me. You can drag it up to, I don't know, like on the back will be fine. Let's put it like this. That will be good. If you want to rotate it, you can use this place rotation. But if you want to rotate it like more accurate, you can on the left top you can see all these tools. Click on this one, and it will give you this. You can now rotate it however you want it with just your mouse. I'm gonna leave it how it is. So now once you've done that, you see it's pink. You want to also customize this. What you can do, you can click on the materials it has, but you can also just go to the assets and create another new material. Right click, create and a material. You go rifle, and you do the exact same you did with the chest and legs. You go to custom avatar shaders. You go to the shader you want to use, which I use the tune. You can go to outline again, and you can change the outline amount. As you can see, this one doesn't really need that much outline, so I'm just gonna put this one on free, and it would be good. If you want this one to have a ammunition, you can also click enable it, change the color. I'm gonna change it to white again and put this one on the max and play it so we can see how it goes. You can change the direction. I'm gonna change this direction, the Z direction, to 10, so it like a little bit goes from the back to the front. You can change the white. I'm gonna change it to 20 and change the velocity to 5. And interval, you can change this to like 5 or 2 or something. It looks like it's loading or something. I don't know. It looks pretty cool for me. If you want it to be like this, it's fine. You're already done. But I want to rotate it a bit more, so I'm just gonna use the rotating tool and rotate it a little bit like it's leaning on its back. If you're done with the rotating, just click on this one again. It'll you go back to your moving thing. You can move it again. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. If you wanna make the rifle or whatever you use bigger, you can go to scale and you like make it. If it's 1 for you, you can change it to like I don't know. I'm gonna change it to 10 because 8 is not that big. Let's see. This already looks better. So that's it for customizing your avatar. If you want to upload it like this, it is fine. You can upload it. If you want some more animations or something, you just stick to this tutorial because that's what we're gonna do now. So you made your avatar, you customize it fully how you want to, but you want like a let's say intro sound on it or something. Like when it spawns in, you want the sound to play. Well, you go to your files and stuff, and you just take a MP3 model you like. I have a lot of here. I'll put all of these inside of my Discord server, so if you want some, you can just take them. I'm just gonna do a small one I have. I'll just take this one. I like this one. I'll drag it into the assets, and it'll give me this. This is the MP3 thing. You want this one to play when it starts. So what you can do, you can right click on the left top of your avatar. You'll want to create a empty, and then you want to rename it to I don't know, intro effect. You can then right click on it again, and then right click on the game object, and then create a audio source. So this will create an audio source. So what you do then, I like putting these settings all the way like this, so it bypasses some stuff. Don't put it on loop, because if you put it on loop, it'll loop all the time when you load in, and it'll just keep on playing and playing. And then you can go to priority. If you drag to this, it'll be better. For like, if you play it, you will hear it better than other sounds. Yeah, this one doesn't really matter. I like to do it on this. It's like the roll off when you go to a distance, how it slowly the sound goes more down and down. But you can do next, you can click no, you can drag the audio source you made onto the audio clip right here. This will now, once you click on this little sound thing, you can hear the audio play. Okay, so if that works, you're already done for it for now. If you only want just the sound. If you also want to like particles to come up when you load in, you can also do that. We're gonna be using Unity's particle. What you do, you right click on the game object and you create a particle system at effects. Then you see it pops up a particle system. You can, if you want the particles to shoot up, you can change the rotation X to -90. It'll shoot the particles up. You have the duration. You can put it on looping. We don't want it to loop. We want to end it when the sound ends too. So the sound duration, if you don't know how long it is, mine is 9 seconds or 10 seconds, around that. You can put the duration on 10. It'll let the the particles stay 10 seconds. I'm not sure if this is really how it works, because sometimes it's different, but we can always change that. What you do then, you can change the start delay if you want to. If you have like a audio when a beat drops, you can put the delay on when a beat starts at 2 seconds from the start. You can put it on like 2. Mine started like 3 or 4. I'm just gonna put it on 4. What you do then, you can play it here to see how it looks like. You see, it'll take 4 seconds to start, and it will stop at 10. Nope, it doesn't. So like I said, indeed it's different. So you change this to, for me, it'll probably be like 7. Then, if you want your particles to be more, you see the total max particles, you can change it to like, I don't know how much you want. If you don't want your avatar to be overkill, 1000 would be fine, but you go to ammunition and you change the rate over time to like 100, and it'll generate more particles per second. If you played now, you would see a lot more particles than before. Once you've done that how you want it, uh, you can stop it again. If you want your particles to have a different shape, so they go up with a different uh, height or so or something, you can click on shape and you see all this. You see shape. You click on it and you see sphere, hemisphere, donut, and stuff. Let's say I want it to be a box. It'll like when you play it now, it'll like shoot like a box all the way up. If you want it to be like this, it's fine. You can also make the box bigger, like this. If you want it to be the same, you can also go here at the shape to scale. You can change it to like 2.5 and 2.5. And when you play it now, it should shoot particles up with this amount of radius. I'm not really gonna do it like a professional right now, but this if you want it to be faster, you can. If you want the particles to shoot up faster, you can go up here at the particle system and you see the start speed changes to like, if you want it to be very fast, you can change it to 30. You can change the size if you want it to be smaller, which I'm gonna do. But like you can see, the particles are shooting way too high up, so you change the start lifetime to, I don't know, let's say 2 or something. Once you've done that, you basically are done with the particle effect. So if you play, which I also need to change this one. When you play, it should yeah, particles up at the exact moment. If you want to hear it with sound, you can simply just press on the play button right here. As you can see, it is properly good. So that's basically a simple intro effect. And now you want to make animations, because without animations you think it's boring and stuff. You want to have it like shader animations or just animation to shoot guns or something, which I'm gonna do now. Okay, well, you're done with your particle system, but you want to like, you want the particles to have a different texture, not like this simple some foggy thing. You want it to have like a color or something, or a shader on it. Let's see, I want to have it like a text shooting up. So what you can do, you can drag a PNG into the acids, and you drag the PNG onto the particles right here, and it'll do this. But let's say you want to remove the background, because the background black is ugly, it's not good. What you do, you go down here and you see right here, you see what's put on it, the PNG. You click on the shader right here and you change it to Q and a text shader. It'll only generate the text, which is fluffy gang. And then if you want to like be a different color, you can change the color how you wanted. It's fine, you can change it however you want. And now we're done. We're done with our particles. Okay, so let's say you want to make a animation that you're holding something or so. Like you want to hold a gun that shoots or doesn't shoot. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna just do a simple tutorial how to hold a weapon, which is very simple actually. So what you do, you take a weapon you want to hold. I'm gonna be using a deagle. I want my avatar to hold a deagle. So you drag it in, and I find the deagle, and I go to the armature, hips, spine, chest. Right, I want it to be on the right arm, on the left arm doesn't really matter. I want it to be on the right. You can go to right shoulder, right arm, right forearm, right hand. As you can see now, it goes to fingers. You wanted to have it on the hand, so you drag the model onto the right hand. As you can see, it's very big for me, so you want it to line up perfectly with how your hand poses, because this is not good. This is not gonna be how we want it to be in game. We want it to be smaller at first, so you can change the scale. Let's see, how about 0.2? It's probably too small. It is way too small. See, this will be fine. You can see. This will be fine. You can. No, it's not fine. What the fuck's okay? Yeah, this will be fine. We can now click on the rotating tool. I like not using the rotating tool when I need to do perfect angle, so I just click on rotation and I change it to 90. And then you have the Z position. You can change it to, like, let's say this one needs to be 90 because we want it to like hold our weapon at the thumb, which is gonna be down right here or something, and the finger to wrap around there, which I'll show you guys in a second. I don't know who's watching this, but hi. You go down, you move it to the hand so it is perfectly fit inside of the hand. You move this probably like more here or something. This will be good. You also want your deagle to have a nice texture shader on it, so I'm just gonna be using the rifle on it too. And yeah, you're already basically done. But now you want it to be like, you can use it with a gesture. Once you use a gesture, it is gonna hold the gun. What you do, you are gonna you're gonna hide your original avatar right here. You're gonna duplicate it and unhide the duplicate one. And you're gonna now basically right click in your assets box right here. Go to create animator controller. I'm gonna rename it to I don't know, hold gun. Beautiful. Then you click onto your avatar. If you don't, which we forgot to do, we don't have a VRC avatar descriptor. So you click on add component and you can search on VRC underscore avatar descriptor. You click on the avatar descriptor, it'll pop up this. What you then do is you also want to add it to your duplicate one. So now what you can do, you drag this animator controller inside of the controller at the animator. What you can do then is go to the animation tab and create the animation, which is gonna be hold gun animation. And now we want to like our weapon to wrap around our gun. But what you have to do, you have to like search all the way to your fingers and stuff right here. We are too lazy to do that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna search on custom, and you see this one is also gonna be our gesture controller. So you duplicate this one by hitting Control D. You rename the duplicate one to, I don't know, gestures. You can basically remove this. It'll show it up right here too. You drag the gestures into the assets. What you do then, you click on the duplicate avatar and you drag the gestures into the controller. Now when you go to the animation tab, you see all of this stuff set up by VRChat. So we want it's to wrap around. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take the right hand and then all of the fingers. What you do, you hold your mouse right here, and you want to start it at the right hand index 1. You want to hold it right here. It should like do this blue thingy here, and you want to all the way use it down, and then see you cannot go down. You hold it. Hold your mouse over here, and you scroll down. Then you go back to here, and it'll all select these. You don't want the right hand Q or T. Those will be controlled by VR chat. So you release, and it'll select all of these in gray. And you now just do Control C. You go to project, you click on the avatar, and you drag in the hold gun again. You go to the animation tab, and you press Control plus V. Yeah, Control V. And then it'll paste all these in, and we can basically animate on it now. I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger to make it easier to see. You're gonna click on preview mode, and what you can do then is you can go down here to your avatar, and it should show you your fingers and stuff, how it holds the gun. What you can do is click on the thing. Let's start with the hand index 1. You can change it if you drag it next to the numbers. You see the finger moves, which we want our thing to wrap around. Well, our deagle isn't really placed that well, but let's see which one we need. I'll just keep it like this because it looks actually looks kind of fine for me. So you want also your this is your little finger right there. You can change that one to, I don't know, something like this will be fine. We have the middle one, and then we have the ring finger. Okay, and then we also have the thumb, which is right here. Let's put it like this. And you can also do is you can put it on spread if you want to. It'll change this. You can put it like this, but I don't really like that. I like it how it is. Like this. So now it has the position, which is not that good for me, but I don't really care. I'm not gonna upload this. You also make sure it is perfect how you want to. What you did then, you just go out of preview mode, and then you are done with making it. If you want to check it, just click on preview again. It would just show normally how you made it. What we want to do next is this to be 2 frames, because if this is 1 frame, our avatar is gonna probably like spaz out or just gonna do some random shit we don't want to do it. So we're gonna do the same thing we did last time. Select all of these, Control C, go 1 millisecond further. This actually looks like 1 second, but it's 1 millisecond, and then hit Control V, and it'll paste these in. So this is all properly set up right now, but what we also want to be, we want our gun to toggle when we do this gesture. So what you do, you go to add property, armature, hips, spine, and find your gun you have on your arm, on your hand. So this is the name of mine. You open it with this arrow, and then you do is active on the right, and it'll add this one right here. It'll also make a 2nd frame again, which is perfectly fine. And now you're done with the animation. You can unpreview it, go to project, hide your duplicate avatar, and go to your original one. You can keep the duplicate one, it's fine. Um, what you do then is you open up this one and you actually hide the gun we have in our hands. Uh, we want it to be activated when we use the gesture and not always. So now you can basically fold this. We're not gonna need this anymore. Now if you want to set it up for the gesture, so you click on the gestures and you drag the animation you have created. You drag into one of these gestures you want. Let's see, we want it to be at handgun. We can do that. And now once you do the handgun gesture, which is Shift F3 or Shift F2, I don't really know. I don't play on PC. But if you do it, it'll activate this gun, and that's basically it for toggling a weapon. Okay, you have your avatar. You have your avatar with a little animation. But let's say you want your animation, you want another animation, but it wants to be special. You want the shader animation. This is gonna take you long, so if you don't have any patience, don't do this. 'Cause some animations may take some hours. Okay. So what I am gonna be using, which I always use, is I'm gonna be using screen space Uber shader, which will also be in the disk. You just import it, and it will add this screen space script and stuff. You don't need to go to there. What you want to do next is right click inside of this emptiness, and you want to create an empty one, and we're gonna rename it to I don't know which song you want to use. So I'm just gonna pick out a song. I'm not really gonna do anything hard. So I'm gonna be using Gungi Ginga song because why not? So then you can rename this to Gunga Ginga. Beautiful. You right click on Gunga Ginga and you create a audio source. You make the settings for your audio source. You actually want to loop this one because also the animation is gonna loop if you want to. I like it when it loops. You change priority, and this one doesn't really matter, but I like to do it like that. You drag in the animation clip, the audio clip. Right click on Gunga Ginga and create a 3D object, the sphere. You don't really need to rename the sphere because we're going to use a multi-shader which has multiple shader effects in once. But the screen space shader, the zoom shader, which I actually always use, is a targeted zoom, so it zooms in on the place where the game object is. So what I'm gonna do is change everything to 0 and then drag the game object right in front of my avatar like this. So now if you are in the vision of the avatar, you'll zoom in just right in front of you. Then what you want to do is you want to click on the sphere, disable the sphere collider, because if you enable this and you use it, it can collide with portals. So if someone places down a portal, you use the animation and you go through the portal. You like to doing the scale on you if you want it to be a nice. I like putting it on 1000. It is big, but it is good. Because 100 already looks like a lot, but actually it's very small. Then what you want to do is you want to right click in the assets bar, create a material called Gunga Ginga. I would suggest calling this one the same as you called your empty game object, so it's organized better. You now click on the shader, go on the right top, shader standard. You go to custom if you have the uh, shader pack 1, which is in the Discord. Okay, I need stuff. You go to multi shader and you see screen space pub, which is our shader we're gonna use. And you see all of these effects, which you probably have no idea what they mean, but basically, if you just mess around with them a bit, that you'll find it out. So what you do now is you hold this one and you drag it onto the sphere at the game object, and now it'll be put on the sphere. What you can do then is in screen space uber shader, it has a max distance and min distance. So let's see, we're just gonna change this up. As you can see, if this doesn't work, you probably are using a modified VRChat SDK. If you use a modified VRChat SDK, this is not gonna work, so don't use it. You change the min distance, I like doing it on 1, and then the max distance put on like 10,000. Yeah, nice. Then you can change the sphere, how you want your animation to start. So I want like this one to be very slow and this one to be a little bit, just a little bit. I want the color to change, which I like using neon for it. You put a neon all the way up. The color now is black. You can change it to, let's see, I'm gonna put it on just, I don't know, green or something. What you do then is, if you want it to be like this, it's fine. It's fine. You're done. So now what you want to do is you want to right click in the assets box again, go create and create an animator controller called let's see, how is this one gonna be called? We're gonna call this one Ginga, and make sure you put after it edit, because this is the animator controller we're gonna be using to edit our sphere animation, because we're gonna keyframe on it. So make sure you put edit after it. You're gonna click on the game object, go to add component and search on animator. It should be this one, the second one. You click on the Ginga edit and you drag it into the controller of the empty game object. You go to animation and you create a animation called also Ginga edit. If you don't put edit after it, you might get confused which one was the one you need to drag into the gesture, because if you drag this one into your gestures, none of your gestures will work anymore. Now you want to click on add property. You want to add in the audio source and the sphere. You want to drag the second keyframe to the end of the song. And if you don't know how long your song is, I suggest what I always do. I just double click on the song I'm gonna use, and it will open up, for me, it will open up Groove Music. That's how I know when the song. So this song is gonna take 1.5 minutes. So I'll that is 65 seconds. So I'll drag this to 65 seconds. Should be right here, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll just drag it right on 65. You can drag these to here. You're done. Now it's time for animating. So animating, sadly, isn't with the audio. Even though you added in the audio source, if you press play, you won't hear the audio source. So animating would be hard on the time something's gonna happen. Like if you want to like shake your screen, if the beat drops or something, you don't know where it is. That's why I double click on the song you're gonna use and you open up this, and you can basically see, you drag to the place where something's gonna happen, and I see at like 6 seconds. Around 6.5 seconds. It starts going sicko mode. I'll just say it goes sicko mode. So I'm gonna drag my timeline on around 6 seconds. I'll just put it on 6.5 seconds. Then you're gonna click on the keyframe recording mode. Once you do that, when you click on the sphere, see here, you open up this one, and once you change something, it'll create a keyframe. So I'm gonna be using a shake changing. So what you want, if you want your if you change this to like something, I don't know, if I want my shake speed to be this one to be a little bit slower, and this one to be around this. Now if you click on this play button, it'll slowly start shaking. If you don't want that, you need to go 1 millisecond in front of your keyframe where everything starts shaking. You want to change everything back to 0 again. Oh, that's the wrong 0. Because now once we play, this keyframe is still set to 0, 0, so it'll keep staying on 0 until this one, and it'll immediately start shaking. So once you play it now, it'll immediately start shaking. And that's how I like to do it. If you want it to be like start shaking slowly, you can drag the 000 frame a little bit more to the starts, and if you then play it, it'll a little bit slower start shaking. I don't really like it. I like it like this. Okay, once you've done that, you want to let this zoom in on like a beat type or something. Let's say I want it to zoom in when the shaking starts too. So you change the zoom offset right here, change a little bit up and back to 0 again. So now when we go to the second one, you can put the zoom offset up, and it'll, once you play it, zoom in. But now you want the zoom to go away, so it slowly starts going away. Let's see, you want to stop it, let's say around here. You can change the zoom offset back to 0. Now when you play it, it zooms in and then goes back zooming in. This is just a little tutorial. I'm not gonna animate on the whole song. This is just something little. So once you're done that, you can, if you click away, stop recording mode, you can keep it on preview. You can save. You need to save your avatar. Always do this, because if you like crash or something, you're screwed. You go file, save as. Let's see. I'm gonna save this one as tutorial. This is just saving the whole project, not the animation. So once we play now, you can save it. It'll play the animation basically. So what you do, our intro effect is still checked, so if you play it, this one will also play. So you want to just quickly uncheck this, and now when you play, it should play your animation you made. If it is not well timed, you can you don't need to go in animation recording mode for changing the place of keyframes. You can just drag them around. Yeah, so if it's not good, you can always change it. I'm just gonna keep it like this for a second. I'm basically not gonna animate any further on this. This is basically, I'm just gonna a little quick tutorial. You now basically know the basics of animating. If you want to, by the way, select keyframes, you want to like copy them. you can select down here. You can select specific ones. If you actually want to select, want to select this and also some of these, you can hold Control and then click on them, and it'll select the ones you are in need to. If you want to just select all of them in once, you can also just select these on the top. It'll instantly select all of them below. If you want to duplicate these, you can just do Ctrl+C, drag your white line, aka where you are. You can just drag it here. When you press Ctrl+V, it'll just copy them. If you want to let it just zoom again, you just delete the shake ones, because otherwise it'll stop shaking and then shake again. You can do it like this, and now it'll twice zoom in. Drag this one back. Let's say I'll just do this as for now. I'll just save it. I'll just play it. Yeah, that's basically how you keyframe on it. So this is gonna take a lot of time if you want to animate the whole song, because of some songs I've been animating for very much hours. That's why you can also just choose a short song like this one, just 1 minute song. Yeah, okay. Once you're done this, you're done with keyframing. Now you want it to play with a gesture. You unpreview, go out of animation record mode. You go to project, and now you want to drag the game object onto your avatar, because otherwise you cannot play it. It needs to be on your avatar. Also, do not animate on the avatar. Always animate outside the avatar. Now, right click on the assets box and you go create, and you go another animator control, and you call this one like, I don't know, you need to call this one Gunga Ginga, but then do play after it, because this is gonna be the animation we're gonna drag in our gestures to let it play. So you want to click on this, make sure this is the play one. You click on your avatar, and you want to drag in the Gunga Ginga play on the controller. Once you're done that, you're done. You can now go to the animation tab, create an animation, and call this one, very important, Gunga Ginga play. That's not how you spell Gunga. Press enter or save, and then you go to add property, and you want to click on Gunga Ginga, and then is active, and it'll when you will put this one in here, you want to drag the second frame to 1 millisecond, which will be if you don't, it'll be stuck at the same gesture for a little while. Depends how long it is. Just drag it to 1 millisecond. Make sure this one is checked. Now uncheck the Gunga Ginga game object, and once you go, if you click on it, it'll show up this one again, but you click on your avatar back again and change it to this one again. When you press on play right here, it should uncheck, it should check this one back, which it does. If it doesn't, you did something wrong. And once you unpreview, it should hide back again. If this is working, you can drag the animation, the Gunga Ginga play, into one of the gestures. So I'm just gonna put it on, let's see, rock and roll. Finishing our avatar now off with clicking on the avatar and dragging the gestures into the controller. Drag it into custom standing animations and drag it into custom sitting animations. And that's basically it for making shader animations. Okay. You made your avatar, but we also have something called a viewpoint. You see, if you click on the avatar, you see the view position. You need to you see this little ball right here. That one needs to be at the eyes of your avatar. So what you do, I need to change this one up. And I need to change this one back to like 0.5. It doesn't really matter. Maybe in the head is also fine. I'll just put this one to 0.7. That will be fine. Now, you are basically done. You can upload your avatar by clicking on VRC SDK, show control panel. You have this, you go to builder, sign in. If you get any errors which have a auto fix option, just press auto fix. Everyone will probably get this one. You don't need to auto fix this one. You can just still upload it. You can now just click on build and publish for Windows. It'll show the uploading control panel, and you can upload your avatar, name it, make it private or public. But let's say I want my avatar to fly, which some people may want, some may not. I like making my avatars able to fly. So what you do is you right click on the avatar you made, create another empty, and then make a 3D object and make it a cube. Okay, what you want to do now, you click on the cube. You want to change the scale to 2 on the X. On the Y, I want it to be 0.4. And the Z, I want it to be 5. That will be fine. Once you do, then make sure the position is on 0, 0, 0. And the rotation now is, you want to change this rotation to minus. And then, like, if you put 20, if you walk forwards, you're gonna go with this angle up, and if you walk backwards, you're gonna go with this angle down. If you want your avatar to be like perfectly, when you jump, you only go up. You can put it on like -3 or -2. I suggest -3. It does a little bit of this, but otherwise you're just gonna fall down slowly. This will be fine. Once you done this settings, you wanna uncheck the mesh render, and then you can also rename this game object to fly or something. What you want to do then is you want to duplicate your avatar again, hide your original one, and create a animated controller again, and I call this one fly. You click on your avatar, you drag in the fly controller, add the controller. You go to you go to the animation tab. You create. Let's call this one fly, and you want to save it. And now, you want to click on add property, and you want to go to fly, and you want to press is active. This is also the way how you can make animations without their hands changing or wrapping around or something. But it's better if you do, because that just looks nicer. So then you can drag the second frame 1 millisecond again. You always need to do this. If you don't, it's not that smart. What you do then, you're already done. You can just hide your duplicate again, go to your original one, hide the fly animation, hide the fly game object. You click on gestures, and you drag the fly into one of the gestures. Let's say we want this to be, maybe do this on fist, I don't know. Some people do it on hand, on the finger point. I already have it on hand, the gun, the hold gun, so it will flash that animation. I don't really like it. you're done with flying. You're not, your avatar is now officially able to fly. You can save the avatar again. This is basically all I have to, yeah, say how to make a animated avatar and an avatar with some drip. You go to VRChat SDK, show control panel, see all of this shit. Make sure the gestures is dragged inside of the controller. If so, you're ready. Build and publish for Windows. It will take a time, depends, and eventually will take you to a uploading screen. So once you're on this screen, you can name your avatar. You can give it a for image, so how it looks like when you see the picture. This is the camera. You go from game, you go to scene above here. I like doing it like close up to something. I just do it completely black. You can also just do it like this, maybe like a little this or something. I'm gonna name it to tutorial avatar. I'm just gonna release it private because I don't really want to give this to anyone. Once your avatar is uploaded, yes, it shows up this. You just press OK. You can launch VR chat and try your avatar. So our avatar is it's here. Can now just change, and if you do the gesture, it looks like it worked. We have the handgun, works fine, and then we have the fist, which lets us fly. That was the tutorial. Bye.